Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani Michelle and I love chatting about planners and self-care. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. So I'm here to just share a few ways that I like to plan daily. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me use inserts from different companies like Cloth and Paper, Infinite Lotus, and Three Nickies. But there are other ways that I like to plan for my day as well that don't involve inserts. So I'm really excited to show you how I plan. Let's get started. So this is my current setup actually, so we'll start here. Everything you see in the picture in the frame is from Cloth and Paper with the exception of a few things. First, this monthly calendar for March is from Infinite Lotus, and this grid planner card is from, I believe I got that from Sequins and Paper, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So here is the first way that I typically plan, and I already mentioned this, and you should probably see this quite often if you follow me on Instagram, but it's using planner inserts for the day. So this particular insert is from Cloth and Paper. As you can see, I like to cut slits into my inserts. I don't have to open and close my rings often. But this insert is undated, which I like because, like I said before, I don't use inserts every single day. So whenever I do have a busier day, I like to just grab an insert, write the date at the top, and get started. So I like this insert from Cloth and Paper because it's pretty open. I can write my schedule on the right side. I have a space for notes, whereas I usually put like an affirmation or a Bible verse. There's space for a to-do list and space for priorities. So there I'll just typically write, the top 3 or 4 or 5 things that I absolutely must get done in that day. So this is, I won't say my preferred way of planning, but this is really helpful when I have busier days. So we are still sticking with inserts. I just wanted to show a more updated version of Cloth and Paper's undated daily insert. As you can see, this is a little bit different, but this is one of the more current versions. And like I said, it's undated. So there's space for priorities still, a to-do list, a quite large section for notes, and the schedule is on bottom. I personally, I like both layouts. Neither one really bothers me all that much. I will say that I prefer lines. The more lines, the better. So this priorities box is sometimes tough for me because I can't write in a straight line without lines. So anyway, I still love the insert, right? There's so much space to jot down notes for any meetings, and that's what I did here. My schedule is still, there's still a lot of space to write a schedule, and the schedule's open too. So on the previous insert, you saw that there was a schedule from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., but here you get to write your schedule. So I only wrote things that were important to me that I needed to keep track of that day. So for the next way I like to plan for my day, I'm actually going to stick with this insert because on the back, I have my second method of daily planning, and that's using one of Cloth and Paper's notepads. So this is their lined notepad, and if you're watching on YouTube, or if I decide to blog about this as well, I'll be sure to include a link to this notepad. I absolutely love this because it's great for a to-do list. On the left-hand side here, you have space to check things off or cross it off, maybe write a date, star the most important things. There are so many options with what you can do for the left side. And you see I left it blank, but I typically like to write a check mark if something is in progress and then cross it off if it's completely done. But this is the second way that I plan. I like to use this when I don't really have a lot going on and I just need to write down the things that I have to do. So just mainly tasks. Sometimes if I have meetings, then I will write it on the bottom. And that's just when I don't want to use an insert because I don't have too many schedule things throughout the day, especially if it's just my routine, right? I know when I want to complete my routine. So this is really helpful when I just need a to-do list for the day. So as you can see, I used this for, I believe that was Thursday, February 25th. Just wrote down a few things and something that I wanted to follow up on after Tone and I went live on Instagram. And as you can see, I also do not complete everything on my to-do list, contrary to popular belief. So this is the second way I like to plan. I do use other notepads from Cloth and Paper, and I'll be sure to link those below as well. But this one is probably my favorite, again, because it has lines. Anything that has lines, I'm going to prefer that over items that don't have lines. Finally, the last way that I like to plan is on a sticky note. This again is from Cloth and Paper. I love this sticky note, even though it doesn't have lines, because there's a space to put the date and I can just write a few things that I want to accomplish. I usually choose a sticky note to plan my day when I don't need to keep a record of what I'm doing. The only reason why I kept it here is because I actually planned my weekend on this task insert, but we'll get to that next. So what I typically do here is just jot down 3 very quick reminders or tasks that I want to complete on a given day. And typically I won't even put it in my planner, I'll just toss it out. The reason I kept this sticky note was because it corresponds with the plans that I made for one weekend in February. So as you can see, I wrote every single thing that I wanted to complete it during this weekend, which is the reason why I needed the sticky note in the first place. I wanted to turn 3 days worth of tasks into one small list. So I used a sticky note in order to do that. But this is how I like to plan my weekend, so that everything is in front of me and I can prioritize tasks and just get a better idea of what I need to do on the weekend. So if you're looking for a way to just plan your weekend, if you're, maybe spring cleaning, because spring is coming up, you can use this way of planning. Or even if you aren't doing anything major, just doing tasks around the house, you can use different categories to plan what you need and then cross off as you go. As you can see, I really did not accomplish as much as I wanted to this weekend, but it's still a really helpful way for me to just lay everything out and at least work towards completing some of my goals. You know what? Since we're here, I'll also show you another way that I like to plan my weekends, and that is by using this insert from 3 Nickies. So here I love this because I can just put the dates at the top, and then on the sides here, after writing the to-do list, I have space to check off that something is in progress under the doing column, and then when something is done. Again, I don't complete everything on my to-do list. It's generally used as a way for me to just see what I need to do, and I'm more than happy to carry tasks over when I don't complete them. But this was really helpful because I can check off things that are at least in progress, so then I know when I'm creating a to-do list for the next days, I can just carry those over or just worry about them next week. I like this insert as well because there was space at the bottom for me to put notes, and that is where I put the more important time tasks or things that I needed to do within this 3-day period. So I put meetings down that I had, TV shows that I wanted to watch. There was a major drop. If you like Telfar, you understand you have to set time aside for that. But also I had a meeting that Tuesday. So I like this insert to use not only for just a major to-do list for a couple days, but also just a way to write a few quick notes. And when I do this, I save inserts, so I'm not using a daily insert every single day. I can just look here and jot down a few things that I need to accomplish by using a sticky note and noting those few tasks. You know what? I did not flip through my planner for February 2020. So what I'm going to do now is just flip through the few pages that I did actually complete. And you'll see that I really didn't use this planner every single day or almost every single week. If you know me and you follow me, you know that I have 3 planners. So I'm sure more dates are completed for February in my other planners as well. But here are my A5 spreads. So this was one of the earlier daily spreads that I talked about in this video. Here is that 3-day spread that I just discussed. Here is another 3-day spread, another daily, and then Did I have weeklies in here? Yes, I had weekly. I don't know where the other side of this went, to be honest with you. I won't lie. This was definitely one of my favorites. Again, I like this side of the insert and I struggle with that side of the insert. So I love this. I love having my week spread out that way. And I know that I want to try using the grid side for tracking habits that I need to do throughout the day. But this side is what I struggle with. It's such a beautiful insert, but I don't like how this doesn't have lines. So that's something that I probably need to work on personally, but this is a great insert if you're needing a week on 2 pages spread. And you know what, y'all? That might actually be it. So if you're looking for another daily insert, I highly recommend Infinite Lotus. Infinite Lotus paper is so smooth, and as you can see, I love it. Why? Because there's so many lines. So if you're like me and need more lines, this is another great option for you. Well, y'all, that's it. That's how I plan my days. Like I showed in the video, I can use an insert, I can use a sticky note or a notepad. I like that my style is versatile in that way, because sometimes there may be a day where I run out of a notepad or I run out of inserts. So I know that I can just pick up something else and plan my day and still be successful. So in the comments below, let me know your favorite way of planning for the day. I'm so curious because everyone has different planning styles. So I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.